animation over, like how Dragon Ball
All right.
Super, and it
Mhm.
would look like that.
So we just put the hangout on air now, so we are live. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Anichat, where everyone except Lucas bails on me.
Hey,
With me
see,
today, I have
this is why.
Lucas.
Hello, I'm the only one here. This is why Def likes me the most.
Don't quote me on that. Already misquoted me once this week and almost got me in trouble. You took the conversation about favorites and misquoted it, and Kellen, what the heck? All right. So, anyways, yeah, me and Lucas have been watching a bunch of shonen recently.
Yeah, mainly Dragon Balls. I was about to say Super Dragon Ball Kai, the
Yeah,
2014 edition, and Hunter x Hunter, and I believe we were
we
watching.
watched some D. Grayman.
Yes, we did. I forgot about that for a second.
I've been watching the Fullbring arc again. Um,
Question your
Lucas
sanity.
just all right. So, like, yeah. So
But okay, the one thing I'll give the Fullbring arc is that in the anime, it's much better than it is in the manga.
I never read the manga Fullbring arc. I've
Oh,
actually.
it's so boring. Just think
So
about
I can
all
do
the
it.
scenes, like all the narrative when they're explaining the narrative, and think about that, but without any tension. Because the anime, at least they have like tension, like when Ichigo punches like Tsukushima and everything.
And then everyone's like, Ichigo, calm down, and they go, "Oh, that psychological
Yeah,
crap." Yeah.
that part in the manga would have been so boring. Well, it is so boring because I read the manga.
Okay. So yeah. In the manga, I've read actually almost everything around the Fullbring arc. I've read some of the Thousand Year Blood War. I've read the Ronkar saga. Actually, read the Fullbring arc. I've only seen it once, and this is my second time I'm going to be watching it now. 5 episodes left in Bleach, and I have 5 episodes left in Dragon Ball Kai 2014.
Just matching like four kids. If four kids like what how four kids would have been if they dubbed like other anime like Naruto
No,
and stuff.
no, stop. Right
You know
there.
they
You
changed
stop
some names in
right
One
there.
Piece, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Smoker is Chaser in Four Kids. Log
So
Town,
his name is
uh, Rogue Town for some reason.
what? What's wrong with Logtown?
Um, there was something else that was really stupid that I can't remember at the moment.
How about the fact that Sanji had a lollipop instead of a cigarette?
He also has the worst voice actor I've ever heard in any dub ever. Like if let me send you a link to Sanji's Four Kids voice.
Okay.
It is the most horrific thing. I think I think children cry when they hear Sanji's voice.
Okay. Uh, if I can, I will put a link in the description about Sanji's voice for all one person that ever watches our videos. Shout out to you, by the way.
Shout out to you, dude. You're really cool. You have good
Yeah.
taste. You
Yeah.
watch Chat. Okay, I gotta promote Chat one day. I just gotta go to like every community and just give the link to the YouTube channel.
Let's see. All right. So, all right. I've been kind of spoiled with the Funimation voice. So I'm kind of scared.
The Funimation voice is good though. The Four Kids who.
That's why I said I'm kind of scared because I've been spoiled.
Just oh my god.
All right. So let me just open up Discord right quick and just click this scary link. Scarier than Shadow Link.
I hope he actually talks in his video because I didn't watch the video before sending a link.
He's made a singular grunting noise. He hasn't spoken yet. Okay.
He talks around the 50-second mark if you want to skip.
Okay. I'm like 10 seconds away from that, so I'll just wait. I'm scared. Loki. Oh dear God! Why does he have an accent?
They made Mihawk French.
Oh my
So you know how Mihawk just wrecks Zoro's life in like
God.
that
Yeah.
same arc? Well, when he gets cut in half, well, not cut in half. Well, when he gets sliced,
Yeah.
like the last slice, Sanji's like, "Why he do that?" Like his most horrible voice. Like, I hate 4 Kids.
That was not what I was expecting at all. I do not remember him sounding like that when I was little.
That's because you try to erase all memories you have of the 4 Kids dub.
God. I remember watching it and then switching to the Funimation dub, and then I didn't even remember a difference, honestly.
The only good voice actor in the 4 Kids dub is Zolo's.
That's hey, he was Zolo in the manga at first, so I don't blame them for that one.
That's fair.
Because like they changed it to Zoro later in the manga, but at first, like for all English serializations, he was Zolo. So like I can't blame the 4 Kids dub for Zolo.
He's just like a samurai.
Yeah. Zolo, he's like a samurai, and Lady Nami's not shy. Usopp's doing that Marson thing. Sanji's cooking, Chopper's doctoring.
We have to have an episode where we just get together and just watch the 4 Kids double One Piece and just trash on it.
I don't know if anyone will be up for that because they like keeping their eyeballs in their sockets.
Oh. Now I remember the other person they chased the name. They chased the name of Ace to Trace. I have no idea why. I don't know. Maybe it didn't sound American enough because that's usually why they change names.
But Ace is like... whatever. That's okay.
Trace and Chaser and hey, 4 Kids.
4 Kids was a mistake. 4 Kids has like 2 good dubs. It's like Pokemon and like Yu-Gi-Oh. So
Yeah. I'm just imagining like what they would do if they got like Naruto stuff like that.
that's not funny, Lucas. That's scary.
Sasuke just because Seth.
I wouldn't actually mind him being Seth Uchiha.
Me, me and Kiyoya was like it's like, oh, what if they took anime names? Like, what if all these animes came out in America in like the '90s when they were like renaming everybody's name and stuff? And they're like Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura are now like Nathan, Seth, and Sarah.
So, fun fact, Zatch's name in Japanese is Gosh, but they couldn't release someone named Gosh in America because a gash is what you get when you hurt yourself really bad. So they had to change his name to Zatch Bell.
So what's the actual name of the series in
It's Gosh Bell. They kept the bell because the
Gosh
bell's
Bell?
American. Yeah, the bell's American enough.
Okay.
His brother's name is like Zeon in Japanese, and they changed it to like Zeno in America. or like it's the opposite. I forget why they changed the letters around, but they did that from the translations.
Good God. Just imagine Dragon Ball. How do you even make like American name
Uh,
Dragon Ball?
you'd name Goku Monkey because that's what his name translates to. Um, Krillin would be Kevin. Uh,
Oh,
John,
that's like the worst name for Krillin.
um, Tien would be Thomas. Uh, what would Yamcha be? Uh,
I
Yamcha
yeah.
would be Jonathan. Just Jonathan. They just change it entirely. Oh, in Dragon Ball Evolutions, Bulma's last name is Enchanto. So her name is Bulma Enchanto in
I
Dragon Ball
saw the Team
Evolution.
4-Star video. It's like, hey guys, I made Bulma.
Bulma
Playable
Enchanto.
character.
Oh my
Enchanto
god.
sounds so bad for.
Well, in like OG Dragon Ball, she doesn't actually have a last name. They just in the anime made it Briefs because Mr. Brief's name is Brief.
Bulma.
So
I don't think I
so
cared
Mr.
if I gave anybody last names.
He said in an interview that he didn't think out the names thing when he started Dragon Ball,
He was like, nobody needs a last name.
except for Hercule Satan and Videl Satan.
Hercule's real name is Mark, though, which is a pun on Marku,
Rip,
something like that, which means the devil.
Ripru. So did he give
So
himself that name because he's a porn star?
I think Hercule might be a dub change. I don't know actually,
They just call him the champ a lot. So we're Mr. Satan.
because it would make sense because obviously they can't really call him Mr. Satan
Wait,
on American TV.
didn't they? I swear they called him Hercule. And no, they might call him Satan's son in Japanese, I think.
Yeah, they call him Satan's son.
Okay.
That's the same. I have no idea where the Hercule came from. It might be a dub thing.
Okay. What the Hiffle?
I remember when they changed the names of Hell and
Home for infinite losers, guys. That's where you go if
also
you're a bad person.
I don't read the manga of Dragon Ball. Like I've never read the manga entirely of Dragon Ball, but
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure the scene in the Buu saga where they show all the previous villains in Hell. I'm pretty sure that's non-canon. I want to believe that's non-canon.
I don't think it is canon because you get turned because they wouldn't keep their bodies in hell. You get turned into a spirit when you go to hell. Except Frieza, because Frieza refused to repent. If you refuse to repent, you get stuck in the suffering part of hell.
That's why I say I don't think it's canon because
Yeah,
it'd be kind of a plot hole because Frieza with the rest of the villains watching the fight.
yeah, I think that's only canon in GT.
But if that's not canon, then I'm surprised they left it in Kai.
I think the last few episodes of Kai are unedited from Z, actually, just redubbed.
That would make sense.
Because you know how the pace slowed down a lot in the last like 6 episodes. Because they were going really, really fast, and then like the last. Okay, so in Japan, they stopped airing a Dragon Ball Kai 2014 at episode 61.
Yeah,
And then when it got licensed for an international release, they aired the last 8 episodes. So I think they didn't cut the stuff in the last 8 episodes.
that's true.
So I think the last 8 episodes are just stuff legitimately taken from Z that they just reformatted and just like here, take this because we didn't finish. I think I just think that in Japan the Buu saga wasn't doing well because it's not a good saga. Shots fired.
You know what series could actually work if you like made it more American, I guess. Uh Probably My Hero Academia.
Yeah, it's just Sky High, dude.
Stay woke.
It is Sky High. You can fight me if you think otherwise, but it is Sky High.
Izuku would suddenly become like Isaiah. Then like Bakugo, whose first name is actually Katsuki would probably be like Kevin, because Kevin is a douchebag name.
Hey, look, Kevin's getting beat up again.
Wait, is Kevin not the name of a douchebag though? That is totally the name of a douchebag. Like,
Oh, I
like
guess
when you
I
hear
know
about
Kevin.
somebody
He's
named
nice.
Kevin, the first thing you think of is like edgy douchebag teenage boy.
Then again, Kevin did say something on my post which showed Kubo's art at the beginning of Bleach. At the end of Bleach, he said Kubo doesn't give a crap about his art. Now I looked at that comment for like 5 minutes, and I was like, I'm just not going to respond because that's bait. It has to be bait. He knows that I like Bleach. It has to be bait.
He just stopped drawing backgrounds all of a sudden.
He doesn't like backgrounds, so I mean, at least he admitted it.
Like you read a Bleach chapter, it's just all white in the background.
That's because well, in the Soul Society saga, there was a bunch of stuff in the background, and then he was like, "Nah, screw backgrounds," and then just started, and then he put them in Hueco Mundo, which is just a desert, so he could just draw some sand in a couple buildings.
Uh,
So, and can you really blame
I could
him
kind of
because
because he'd spend so much time getting the facial features of a character, drawing the facial
yeah,
features of a character.
he also makes them try. He tries to make them all look different except Shuhei apparently because he just looks like Ichigo. It's actually a meme because whenever someone forgets Shuhei's name, they're like, "Hey, it's that guy who looks like Ichigo with the 69 on his face." He has his own. He has his own spin-off series right now, actually.
Yeah, didn't you say it's being written by the author Duar?
I Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I might check that out actually. That is a very talented writer.
Yeah, I'm interested because apparently it might address Shuhei's Bankai.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, because he says he knows. Okay, so in the final chapter, Rangiku is talking to not head captain to Hitsugaya, and Hitsugaya is just like, Rangiku, you're an idiot, and Rangiku's like, why am I an idiot? And Toshiro's like, you could have advanced to a captain if you just learned your Bankai. And then Rangiku freaks out and doesn't know what to do, and she's like, Shuhei didn't learn his Bankai, and then Shuhei's like, I know Bankai, and then his captain and his co-lieutenant are like, you don't know Bankai. And Shuhei's like, that's what I've spent the last 10 years training to do. I have Bankai. And they're like, we don't believe you.
Rip Shuhei.
So yeah, Shuhei
Main character.
rip Shuhei screen time 2K17. So it's funny because Shuhei has a massive crush on Rangiku. So when she called him out like that, that must have hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
So um Shuhei writes like the newspaper for the Soul Society.
Why does the Soul Society have a newspaper?
Well, not the Soul Society, just the captain, like just like the 13 Court Guard squads.
Uh,
He writes
that's
because keep in mind that they're like they age at like a tenth the rate we do. So like a lot of stuff happens every day, and Shuhei has to write about it.
I see.
And then on top of that, he also helps the Women's Association because Rangiku is like vice president. And she'll be like, hey, Shuhei, can you do this favor for me? And Shuhei will be like, okay. And then he'll do it. And then Izuru is just like, they're like using you, right? And Shuhei is just like, I'm glad to help. Because
Geku is just the Bleach version of Tsunade. Stay woke.
no, you take that back right now.
Oh, I knew that would trick you. That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Nah,
You see, the thing is, I'd actually bang Rangiku. So,
This is
because like,
fair.
so you know,
Tsunade's like, well, then again, technically, Ragiku's older than Tsunade.
yeah, but
Technically,
she's not wrinkly under some sort of genjutsu transformation though. Also,
uh,
Rangiku doesn't have a gambling problem.
that's true.
So if you get hooked up into that relationship, you're not paying bills.
Um,
Let's be real here, folks. You can't afford Tsunade's gambling bill.
yeah, I would say Ragiku's A, but I would say she's a better character. Safe to say.
Rangiku has, you know what's funny is that Rangiku's character arc is only addressed after Aizen almost kills everyone. Because that's when Gin starts doing
Yep.
stuff and it starts going into Gin's character and like Rangiku's character, which is really weird since that's like right before all the characters are almost just like
Uh,
it's just about Rangiku and Gin.
garbage.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry if you like Tsunade.
Oh, rip. um, it's well, I want to say Tsunade's background is sadder than Rangiku's, but Rangiku was like a lolly, and people used to like literally kick her and step on her on the way to like towns and stuff. And the only reason she's alive is because Gin saved her one day. And then if so the backstory for Gin is the reason Gin joined Aizen at like 8 years old is because the people who were abusing Rangiku worked for Aizen. So he says, I'm going to make that man pay. And that was his
Rip.
entire goal the whole time, which is why he never actually hurt Rangiku, no matter what Aizen said.
That okay.
What? You cut out. Sorry. Hello? Lucas? Hello? Mucus? Rucus? Ducas? Oh my. Hello?
Yeah.
Lucas. This is awkward. Hello? God dang it. Well, folks, Lucas, like, I don't know who's having technical difficulties here, but I cannot hear him. So, yeah, this silence is maximum. Hello? maybe his internet crashed. Will we even come back, folks? Well, looks like Lucas has dropped Colin. It's just me by myself, so rip that, I guess. Hello, Lucas.
So my internet crapped out. I'm sorry for that.
The moment you started talking about Gain, you went silent because you DC'd.
I don't even remember what my point was now.
All you were like is Gain's, and then I was like talking about Gain's backstory, and it was like Gain is just actually Itachi was what I was gonna say, and then you cut out.
I mean,
So someone did a fight, and they're like Gain versus Itachi, and I'm like, we talking just flat out? And they're like, yep. And like Itachi was winning. And I was like, I feel like Gin, since he has his eyes closed, could just like insta kill Itachi before Itachi whips out Susanoo with just his Shikai, but like,
well, okay. You would have to. Okay, you would have to see if Itachi can dodge his Bankai, and that's iffy. Itachi didn't fight on the same pace, I guess, as Biju, not Biju Naruto, but the transformation before that.
mhm.
And that Naruto is pretty fast, so maybe he can. It's hard to say, but I don't think I would like it. It would depend if Itachi can get his Susanoo out on time. If he could
It's
if he could get his Susanoo out, then I don't see a way that
remember though,
Mario can
it
win.
when Genichimaru's Bankai's true power though. Remember, it's actually a poison Zanpakuto that disintegrates you with all your muscles.
That's the same thing.
And
Do you think Gin can hit Itachi before Itachi pulls out Susanoo?
I don't know. Susanoo is so weird because like okay, did I tell you about the time I got into an argument with a guy who said that Susanoo isn't a Sharingan power?
Isn't a Sharingan power? You said you
I've
said you said the guy said it isn't a Sharingan power.
Yeah, okay, so here's what because they were like Ryder from Fate Zero versus Sasuke from like his Itachi fight with not Itachi fight, his fight with the Kages, but no Sharingan powers, right? And then
Yeah.
the dude's like, he can just solo with Susanoo. And we're like, but isn't Susanoo a Sharingan power? And they're like, no. And I was like, and I was like, but don't you need Sharingan to use Susanoo? And
Yeah.
they were like, and they're like, nah, man, it's an inborn ability. And I'm like, but it's a part of the Sharingan.
I don't think there's a character that doesn't have a Sharingan that can use the Susanoo.
So, I was just like,
In,
what
in
the
fact,
crap?
when Kakashi pulled out the perfect Susanoo, that was because Obito gave him his Sharingan. So
Yes.
there's, I'm pretty sure you need a Sharingan.
And he's like, yeah, man, they can just pop it out without Sharingan. And I was like, but I, you know what?
Yeah,
I left the post. I was just like, I'm done because this guy's not gonna listen to me.
Ichigo's cliff level.
He was cliff level for like just releasing his Bankai.
That's funny.
Just the release of his Bankai was like, oh, rip that cliff.
Okay, so there's a thing that suggests that Ukiyora's move, I forgot what it's called. Um,
The Lance of Destruction, I believe, is what it translates to, but it's like de Lanza Rampardo or something like that. And welcome day, you're muted.
yeah,
Um,
I know that.
supposedly that move isn't as strong as people think it is because somebody explained to me that Wako Mundo uh, has more dense reishi, so that move would be much weaker if it was done in the human world or the world of living.
Everything's weaker in the world of the living, though.
So I don't know how strong that makes Ukiyora if he fights another character like outside of the Bleach universe.
He doesn't use that move at close range, though. That's the problem. He can't use it because it'll kill him and whoever he's fighting at the same time.
Rip.
It's That's why he says I can't control it, so I don't use it too frequently. So when he throws it at Hollow Ichigo just like moves his neck to the side. It was more of just to show how strong Ulquiorra was than an actual like needed feat.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's comprised from his own reishi. It's not a spirit weapon like the Quincy's, because Quincy's mainly use this reishi from the surrounding area. However, when it comes to flying, you use reishi to like surround your feet to stand on stuff, but Ulquiorra doesn't need that since he has wings.
Yes. You are correct.
So I don't know if it impacts that move as much as that person thinks it does. I'd have to rewatch the fight and listen to Ulquiorra's explanation for it.
Yo,
Because
it's just accept it. Ichigo's cliff level and Luffy is the raft level, so
oh, does that make Naruto house level?
Naruto's tree level, dude.
That's true. No, he's the metal water container level from his fight with
No,
Sasuke.
no, because like in Shippuden, when Naruto first comes back from the time skip, he fights Kakashi and he does a Rasengan on Kakashi, and it splits the tree in half. It doesn't even destroy the tree; it just splits the tree in half. So, so Naruto tree level beginning of Shippuden confirmed.
I mean, at the beginning of Shippuden, he was still using kunai, so he's garbage clearly.
When did like kunai's get outdated?
Kunai's got outdated like after Shikamaru wrecked Kukazu with some kunai and strings. Not Kukazu, Hidan.
Yeah.
After that, kunai had like no relevance to any fight ever again.
Yep.
Um, so is Day gonna talk, or is she just gonna?
We're talking about anime right now, so
I noticed. I've just been
Yeah, I know,
listening.
but I was just gonna say you're gonna say like literally anything other than I know I'm muted.
Oh. Well, I know you guys are talking about Bleach and Naruto, both of which I know very little about. So I'm just kind of like listening and seeing if I
Mm-hmm.
hear anything I recognize.
I see.
I
We also
mean,
I've only.
we can talk about stuff we all know. Like, we only started talking about this because like literally no one else showed up.
Because everybody's got finals.
Sorry, my internet's bad, so I couldn't understand a single word you said.
She
Oh,
said
I
because
said-
everybody has finals.
Yeah, that's why the name of this episode is Everyone's Gone to Finals.
How powerful are these finals?
Too powerful.
They're clearly beyond that of a regular super final. You're not dealing with your average final warrior anymore.
Rip. Mm.
So,
And
Anichat
this
just
it's to go even further beyond.
beyond. So yeah, to add to the pop culture of stuff, I've been watching Harry Planter with Day recently,
Yeah.
and that's been a thing, and I've determined that Harry Potter is literally Naruto. So you know, there's that.
Stop it.
That
What?
that would imply that Harry Potter is actually good though.
Okay, I have to recover Anichat, so give me a second. Because okay, so I thought like Day had left after that statement, but Anichat left because the my computer shut down, and I can't have anyone save my Anichat right now unless they're at a computer.
My computer shut down.
I'm
So-
at the computer.
Okay, then I'll give you the
Yeah,
password.
DM me the
Okay.
password
Okay.
and the email because I don't remember it.
All right. Hopefully I'm not too late. I hope not, because after they like leave for 5 minutes, you can't recover.
Yeah, we're still live though, so I think we're good.
All right.
I'm gonna get like a bunch of HP fans are just gonna be at my door tomorrow with pitchforks.
I mean, I am in a community. I could out you right now. That guy still didn't get back to me.
I don't think Harry Potter is garbage.
No, I know. You said that to me yesterday. But,
I think it's okay.
That guy won't get back to me.
Day, I'm sure if you just ease up on your requests, it'll get to you eventually. It's okay.
It's not even a request. They were like, okay, I'm done my finals. And I was like, do you want me to come up with some ideas for starters? And they were like, yeah, sure. I'll let you do the honors. And then I sent them the things that I sent you. And then they were like, they just haven't messaged me back. And I'm hurt by it.
Well, you know, I mean,
Rip.
So I just got informed where Lucas lives. Thank you, Google. Okay, what number do you see on the other screen, Lucas?
47.
Okay, there you go. Basically, I have full control over what Anichat does, which is nice, but yeah, hurry up before we go off on air. We have to hurry. This is a race against time. And so yeah, Day, I'm sure they want to roleplay with you. They're probably just burnt out from finals.
I know, but like my feelings.
Keep your feelings to yourself because you don't want to be too pushy with them. Yanny Chad has returned, thank the Lord. Anyways, Day, I am sure you okay, let me put it like this. Day, you are great. I'm sure you are a fantastic role player, and I'm sure they will enjoy role playing with you. Just give it some time.
My feelings are still hurt right now, though.
I mean, I got a message from a certain someone saying, I'm bored, completely forgetting about their pre-existing obligations when they were just complaining about another friend ignoring their pre-existing obligations.
Excuse me. I didn't forget about it. I needed to shower.
I never got a message about taking time. Huh. Weird.
David, I love you. I showed up. I could have just ignored you until it was over.
I actually thought you were gonna do that for a little bit, honestly.
Nope. I had full intention
So-
of showing up. I just had other shit that I had to do. Excuse my language.
I wish you just would have, told me.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what time it was. I don't actually know when Anichat's supposed to start.
Also, Lucas has now channeled the Yandere through his body, and now he is Anichat.
Gross.
It's okay, his internet's crappy, so we can't understand him anyways. Anyways, like I say almost every time someone says, I don't know when Anichat starts, it starts at 9:10 to 9:15. We do the pre-Anichat call from 9:40 to 9:09.
Okay.
I say
Is
this
that your
like
time or my time?
my time.
Okay.
Because it's not even 9:09 your time right now.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
So, right, I say this every week, which makes me cry. Because before it was just like, I feel like Anichat's getting earlier every time. It's just like, no, not really. It's the same time every week. You guys just ditch me because you like ditching me.
Hardly. So, like,
Oh,
what's that?
I got really distracted by an image that I was just sent. Anyways, so yeah, the HP movies are something. I'm gonna wait to give my full opinion on it until we finish the franchise.
The next one's really slow. As a heads up.
I thought they were all slow.
No. If you thought the last ones were slow, this is the slowest of the slow.
I see.
Nothing happens until like the last 20 minutes of the movie.
I mean,
It's literally Harry Potter goes camping. That's it.
Hello.
Hello, Lucas.
Hello.
Apparently my mic wasn't working. I have no idea why.
You muted yourself, by the way.
No, I know.
Okay, just making sure.
That's a day after.
All right, so yeah, we were just talking about Percy Potter and Half-Blood Camp.
Stop.
Every time I make a Harry Potter joke to a Harry Potter fan, they just tell me to stop, and I'm like, but it's funny though, because
It is funny, but stop.
So, Lucas, just so you know, I am giving the same type of commentary I give Hunter x Hunter while I watch Harry Potter.
Yeah, but Hunter x Hunter is actually good though. No.
The bait, though.
Man. If only I didn't know you and didn't know that you like to bait people. Maybe then you would get a proper response.
I mean, I'm half serious.
I mean, no, you're not.
Can I direct quote you from a DM, Lucas?
Sure.
Okay, it's a very okay franchise. That's the direct quote I'm going to use. Not the direct quote. I thought you and Kellen weren't friends. Oh man, poor Kellen.
I don't know, you guys. I don't think you guys talk outside of the server.
Oh, we don't talk outside of group chats.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's why I said that. As far as Harry Potter goes, I do think it's an okay franchise.
I think the books are better.
I hear that the seventh book or whatever, which I think it's a play, not the seventh book, the eighth book. Yeah.
That isn't associated with Harry Potter at all because of how trash it is.
I heard that it was garbage.
Hmm?
I heard the eighth book was garbage.
It was awful. It's not even a book, it's like a screenplay and it's terrible.
What?
There's nothing wrong with screenplay.
I mean,
there isn't anything wrong with the screenplay. I have read screenplays that are absolutely fantastic. This one was god awful. Just like what happens to it. There's a girl in my class. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a teacher. I teach people. So one of the girls who was in my class, she's like 13. She tried to defend it. As she was like, it was actually not that bad. It was the guy who turned it into a play. And I was like, no, it was bad. Not for the sake of how it was written, but for the events that happen within and how every single character is no longer the character they were in the books. They are completely different and not in like.
It was dubbed by 4Kids.
What?
No, I
Wait, is
made
that
a
true?
joke. No. Sorry, Day, to cut you off. I just had to make
No,
that
it's
joke.
fine.
Continue.
By 4Kids, you're talking about like. Wait, never mind.
4Kids is
But-
the studio that makes all the horrible dubs for children.
They're the ones that did Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
Which is probably the best dub.
that they did. Yeah. So yeah,
It's just
you can continue.
all the characters are morphed into these terrible versions of themselves, and it's what happens within it is like a bad fan fiction.
So like all fan fiction.
Yeah. Wait, no. Some of them are good.
I'm just kidding, because both you and Lucas read fan fiction, so
I've read some really nice ones that I've actually been like, this is better than the original.
I refuse to read fan fiction.
I've never read a fan fiction that I thought was quality.
Well, they're really, really
I'm-
hard to find.
I'm not saying there isn't any. I'm just saying I haven't come across one like that.
Man, the best one is My Immortal.
So I'm gonna throw this out here. If it's non-canon, it's garbage.
But fun fact for anybody who doesn't know, 50 Shades of Grey started out as a Twilight fanfic.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows that by now.
I didn't know that. And I didn't need to know that.
Oh, well. Now you know.
The more you know.
So
Knowledge is power.
certain person never clicks my links to videos, and then when I ask them, "Did you see the video?" they always go, "What video?" and it always pisses me off.
The
So yeah.
only links I don't click are Kellen's.
I feel like Kellens are always like political bait or something.
He makes AMVs of wrestlers ex hedgehogs.
Oh.
Kellen is something. He is.
They're actually pretty funny though. Sometimes I'll give them that.
I've never actually clicked one of Kellen's videos that he says he's done, because I just like I'm friends with Kellen, but I don't want to go further than that. I'm not going even further beyond that of a super friend god.
There's a wrestler named Roman Reigns. He's like a very hated wrestler in WWE right now. And he made a video called Roman Reigns X Sonic, and it's a story about Roman Reigns impregnating Sonic.
Kellen is a cringe meister. I'll give him that.
It's funny though. It actually is pretty entertaining though. I just love. Okay, I'm playing Breath of the Wild right now. I just love how like there's this one bridge that like if you jump off of it, the civilian that's walking on it stops you, and he's like, "Suicide is not the way." That's not what he says, but that's basically what he's implying.
So yeah, Day, you're gonna go see the new Star Wars Sunday, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Lucas, are you gonna go see the new Star Wars?
I don't think so. I don't have any plans for it. It might happen. It just depends on if it comes
What
up.
happens around you?
Seeing myself.
So I should finally be able to see Justice League this Sunday.
Nice.
I need to see Star Wars before Justice League.
Because I watch comic book movies with my dad, and so basically for Star Wars, I didn't tell you this, but I got invited to a private showing of Star Wars. We rented out a theater with a bunch of friends, and we watched it together.
I see.
That's why I saw Star Wars before this weekend. I wasn't gonna tell my dad because I wanted to go. I was gonna go see it twice, anyways, right? But my dad's like, oh no, I'm not gonna see it if you guys have already gone and seen it. I'm like, so basically, we're in the car today because we're driving to his house. He was like, so we're going shopping tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and I was like, what about the movies? And he's like, I'm not gonna take you to see a movie that you've already seen. And I screamed in the car, what about Justice League? And he's like, calm down. And I'm like, but it's Justice League. You don't understand. I need to see it.
Goodness.
I am. To anyone who doesn't know this, if you win my undying affection, which DC has, it is very hard for you to do something to me that will make me give it up because I do not like disloyalty. Which is why I hate the Bleach fandom. Because they're all disloyal hoes and I want them all to die. Ignoring that statement, I have been wanting to see Justice League for a long time. I could barely wait when it first got announced, and I still can't wait. It is literally painful that I have not seen it yet.
This loyalty is only okay when it's fairy tale.
Okay.
Oh.
So this is just disloyalty in any fandom. Like for example, this I'm going to give you an example. Say someone says they're a Harry Potter fan, right?
Yeah.
But then they like Percy Jackson more, and then someone says, "So hey, what do you like more, Percy Jackson or Harry Potter?" And then they go, "Harry Potter is garbage. Percy Jackson's the best thing ever." I hate that bullcrap that people do a lot because people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm a fan of Bleach," and they're like, "Well, do you like Bleach or Naruto more?" And they're like, "Bleach is garbage. Naruto's the best thing on the face of the planet." Bleach had no good arcs, no good character designs, and not a single good fight scene the moment someone talks to them about Naruto. I just think, why are you like this? You can't be a fan of something, and then the moment someone asks you about it, you call it garbage.
Some
It's
people
that
do
kind
it
of.
because some people probably do it because they don't want to be judged.
It's like, I hate that disloyalty because it's just being dishonest to everyone, including yourself. Like, God, I can't make that joke because Dave will get mad at me.
What?
I was gonna make a Percy Jackson Harry Potter joke, and I don't want to say it anymore because I thought about it. And I was like, "That's immediate repercussions." No,
No, tell
not
me.
going there. No, it's
I won't
no.
say anything. I will, if you say it, I promise that I won't, like, even comment on it. We'll just move on.
You promise me.
I promise.
No. No one is allowed to quote me on this. No one. Okay. No one, because it's not even really a joke. It's just something that I think is hilarious because people don't like the Percy Jackson movies, but I've enjoyed the Percy Jackson movies more than I've enjoyed the Harry Potter movies so far. So, yeah.
I enjoyed the Percy Jackson books more than I enjoy the Harry Potter books.
So yeah,
Okay, let's move on.
that sounded so pained. Oh my god.
But I
So
am number 4 is better than both. Now,
to be fair, when everyone else was reading like Twilight and a bunch of other stuff, I was reading these books about clay dragons with the ice fire and stuff like that.
What is it called?
I don't actually know what the series is called. I just call it the
There's one called
Fires.
Ice Fire. There's one called I can't remember the first one, but I've read those.
Yeah.
Those were good. And like the main character's name was like Daniel or something.
Yeah. He turned into a polar bear, and that's when I thought it started to get weird.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it until he died and then became spoilers. I really enjoyed it until he died and became a polar bear. And then I was reading it and I was like, because I was in 5th grade at the time, keep in mind, right? And I was just like, what the crap? Why? Because like something happened in the Arctic, if I recall, and he got like impaled. And I'm like, they're like, oh no, we have to save him. And like the polar bears in this universe are like super ancient spirit things. So like he fuses with a polar bear and comes back as like this polar bear human guy. And then they're like, hey, it's the polar bear human guy. And he's got like polar bear features as a human. And I'm just like, why?
Furry?
I hate fantasy novels. No, I'm just kidding.
I was an anti-furry back then, but it did weird me out because I was like, because even though I couldn't see him, I was just like, but I liked you better when you were a human. Also, the perspective for that novel changes from it being from his story perspective to his girlfriend and his daughters. Because he knocks up this one goth chick and then they have a kid. And then he dies.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I didn't expect them to have children.
Yeah, they have a daughter who's like super special or whatever, I believe.
That's great.
Oh, crap, I need to go reread those books. That was the fantasy series I was reading, and then like no one else except my teacher's daughter at the time knew what the heck it was.
Those are all over my school because those are all over every library in Florida, I swear.
Mm-hmm. They're all over everywhere. What are you talking about? Just Florida? They're all over Canada too.
We said that because he said that because me and him live in the same state.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Okay.
So, anyways, yeah, no one else would read them besides me, and I felt lonely because they're like, "Have you read Harry Potter? Have you read Percy Jackson?" And I'm like, "No, no, I have not."
I was the only one in my school that was reading Pendragon. If anybody knows what that is.
That sounds familiar. I entered a contest to win a Percy Jackson book. I didn't win. I only entered it because I was like, man, that's a nice hardcover copy of a book. That's why I entered. I didn't care what it was about. I was just like, yeah, it's a nice book cover.
Then there was like Artemis Fowl.
Oh, I know what it is.
Kind of read, but didn't.
Amulet.
So, yeah, that was my fantasy book experience, which is bizarre. I did like the idea of clay dragons and had special powers and stuff, though.
That was cool.
I think I've read Aragon.
I tried reading Aragon. I got 4 pages in and was like, I'm ready to go to sleep, and then never picked up that book ever again.
Rip. We all know the best book is the Bible. Stay woke.
Oh my lord. Oh,
I mean, I'm not wrong. Technically,
the Bible is like the most translated book in the world, actually.
Technically, it's like the most popular book, and
yeah, it is.
And it has like a good portion of the world's population believing in it, so it has to be the greatest book.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, yeah, let's see. One Piece got taken off the air. It's the rip One Piece. Is there any like?
That's because whenever people see One Piece on TV, they get flashbacks of 4 kids, and they're like, "Nope."
Okay. Day, do you have Toonami in Canada?
Maybe.
Cause like,
do you have Cartoon Network in Canada?
Yes, we have Cartoon Network.
You probably have Toonami.
Because a lot of times in the States, an anime would stop airing, and then like they'd go on for 40 more episodes in Canada. I think that's what happened to Zatch Bell, if I recall correctly. I was just curious because have you seen the Samurai Jack final season, Day? I can't remember if you said
yes or no. Because I watched this first 5 seasons, four seasons. Oh, I watched all of them when I was younger, like repeatedly again and again because they were there and I loved them, and my dad and I would watch them together. And so when and then when my siblings were born, we watched it with them. So when it came out, we did it as a family, and we just watched all the Samurai Jack episodes as they came out.
That guy's head looked like a penis. That was a quote from an episode. That was just for Lucas and anyone who hasn't seen it yet, because they're probably like, "The heck is he talking about?" the 2 people that ever listen to our videos, which I'm pretty sure one is Drake. So, yeah, Lucas, you still haven't seen it, right? I will stab you. Lucas, you haven't seen the new Samurai Jack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mute yourself for 2 seconds while I talk today about something. Don't listen to what we're about to say, okay?
Hold on. I'm gonna just DM me when you're done.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I can't hear anything.
All right.
Don't DM him.
So Day, what'd you think of the ending?
I thought it was ridiculous and really, really sad, but I kind of saw it coming, but it also was really sad considering how not only did he work so long, he was finally like happy and he was in love. Like I thought it was kind of sudden and very forced, which I didn't like very much. But he was like finally happy, he gets married, everything's great, and she just disappears and I was like I should have seen that coming. And I kind of did because I was sitting there I was like she's not staying.
Yeah, I was like, shouldn't she be dead? But aside from that, I felt like so I felt like the problem is that towards the end they realized that they had taken too much time developing Jack's new character as he's older now and like Ashi. So I think they needed like 2 or 3 more episodes, but they had already said only 10 episodes from the first episode.
Yep.
So that might have been a pacing problem that came in because everyone was like, he's got to fight Aku now. And like in the last 3 episodes, they're going at like the speed of light with the pacing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I really didn't like that part though.
I was so sad because I was like, no, Jack deserves to have something and we need to know his real name. Because Jack is not his name. Uh, um, I, it was good, but like, man, I wish I got a slightly more satisfying ending because like that was so bittersweet with him just sitting there under the sakura cherry blossoms. I was like, no, come on,
He
don't
didn't
end it
even get
like
a kid.
this. Also, he's like 50, so like, and he left when he was like 19. So like,
What are you talking about? He left when he was a lot or oh wait, yeah, when he gets thrown into
yeah,
Okay.
when he left
For a
his
second I
time
thought
period,
yeah,
yeah,
I thought for a second I thought you were talking about when he leaves home, like the first time when he's like a little kid. I was like, what are you talking about?
he's like
This isn't
8 when he
JoJo.
leaves. He's like, it's like 8 when he leaves, which I thought was a really cool thing that like in the first episode they talked about when he's like 8, he's going to all these places around the world, learning all these languages, and
Yeah.
then like training with all these people. Yeah,
The ultimate warrior.
yeah. I so like when they're like, oh yeah, he lost his sword. I remember being just like, how?
How? Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, he got really angry one day, and I'm like,
He's
but
gotten angry before.
yeah,
He wouldn't lose his sword.
I was like, that's kind of bullcrap because his goal is to get one of his main goals is to get back in time, but his first priority is always kill Aku. It's always been kill Aku because he's talking about saving past, present, and future. To him, his mission's always been important. So that like him getting mad, I get that he get mad after a while, but like still that I thought that was out of character for poor old Jack.
It totally was. If it was like the original seasons, I imagined him climbing down that hole.
Yeah.
Like
That would
finding a way,
actually
like tying something around his waist and just climbing down.
there'd probably be an episode where he meets a weird race of mole people and they
Yep.
have his sword. That'd probably be the episode. Um They actually showed blood in the original version of that show, and I forgot they did that.
Rarely, but yeah, they showed mostly he fought robots to keep it PG, but
Yeah, but he had scratches with like red blood on it. And I was like,
Mhm.
yes, I forgot they did that. Because I went and rewatched some stuff after I started the new season because I was like, I needed some refreshers.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, just could not win. So did you see the backlash of when they revealed Jakku and Ashi were going to be a thing? And I keep calling him Jakku because when you say Jack in Japanese, it's Jakku.
Oh. Well, anyway. Uh, I didn't know that they announced it until I was watching it because
Mhm.
my family like did their best to keep it away, like not like watch it or see any spoilers, so we essentially stayed off of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then it happened, and I was just like, "What?"
The Tumblr backlash
That was
was.
so funny.
I was just like, did you actually think he was gay? Yes. And I decided to stay away as far from those threads as possible because I was like, I would have guessed asexual maybe, but I don't know if gay was what I would have assumed for him. He's focused. And I think
Mhm.
his awkwardness around women kind of revealed that he was probably straight and just didn't know how to deal with them.
Because he never had to deal with women. His entire thing was
Yes.
to just fight.
Yeah. No Tumblr. Do with Johnny Bravo. Because they had like a laundromat scene together in like all the Cartoon Network crossover commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, why? They, they didn't even say anything. They were just in the laundromat.
Rip.
So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna tell Lucas that we're done talking about this because we gotta end any chat.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, thank you for talking to me about that day. It was lovely
No
having
problem.
something in common with you.
We have lots in common. We just need to uncover it.
All right. So, yeah. Oh man, is there any other show you would like to get like a new season?
A show? Hmm.
Just like something random before we end.
I don't know. Like offhand, I don't know.
That's
Um,
reasonable. We can talk about that next week.
Sounds good. I'll think about it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, I DM'd Lucas. Now we wait. So yeah, I was recently like, okay, so when you guys started talking about Pathfinder, I was already just salty for random reasons because I was on the road, so I wasn't in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like a couple hours before I started watching Log Horizon videos, and you don't know this, but my profile picture is a character from Log Horizon, and Log
Mm-hmm.
Horizon is a series about people who got transported into an MMORPG world,
Oh.
and the character that I have as my profile picture, crap, I can't say that because it's actually a massive plot point. But anyways, he's like one of my favorites. So like I
Mm-hmm.
was just like thinking about classes way before you started making that Pathfinder thing. And I was just like,
Hmm.
I wonder what I'd do. And then you guys started talking about it, and I was like, I really don't know when you asked.
I'm back.
Welcome back. It's time to end AA chat.
Awesome.
We've gone for an entire hour. So Lucas, do you know
Nice.
how to end AA chat?
I'm assuming it's stop broadcast.
Yes. The big red button that says stop broadcast would be how you end any chat. So would you like to do the outro today?
Um, kind of eating here.
Okay, so with me today I've had mouthful of cock Lucas.
Mhm.
I've had nothing in her mouth today.
Bye.
I've been here too. So hopefully Lucas can end the broadcast now so we don't have to hear him keep chewing.